Last week here on Saturday Night Shootout Hotwheels series, we saw Regina Steward in the Wonder Woman getting her second straight win. She had to go through the new kid on the block, Liam Sturman, in the demo derby to get it done though. Can she hold on for a third straight week? We're about to find out. Here you see a round one action. Wonder Woman's going to take on Snakebite, and to finish it out we're going to have Race Ace going against Sriracha. Starting off here with round number one, we got Regina Steward coming back. She's a two-time Saturday Night Shootout winner out of Steward Racing, and she's set to take on Seth Randolph in the Snakebite. Here they come down the stretch pretty even. Seth pulls a big wheelie. Regina's going to move on to round number two. Up next we got Timothy Cantwell and the Bounty Hunter. He's set to take on the kid Liam Sturman in his demo derby. Here they come down the stretch, slight lead to Timothy was right there with him in the Bounty Hunter, but Liam's barely going to get him across the line. Up next we got Joshua Wells and the Iron Man coming out of Steward Racing. He's set to take on James Valancourt in his Hot Wheels 50 machine. Here they come down the stretch. Joshua will pull the lead on him, but pulls a big wheelie too and just sticks it there. James also rode a little bit of a wheelie, but he's going to get on past the finish line and move on into round number two. Up next we got Jason Craddock coming out of Blakeshire's Motorsports, a former two-time Saturday Night Shootout winner. He's set to take on the owner of LT4 Trucks Must Soar, Lewis Thompson IV, in Pure Muscle. Here they go down the stretch. Lewis Thompson gets out of shape and flips it over on the tabletop, and Jason Craddock with a good-looking run is going to move on to round number two. Up next you see here we got Chris Baluk in his Torque Terror machine. He's set to take on Jeffrey Skipper coming out of Blakeshire's Motorsports. Here they come down the stretch. Chris pulled a slight lead, but he gets some huge sick air, and he's going to flip it over backwards right across the tabletop there. Jeffrey Skipper with a pretty good looking run. He's going to move on into round number two. Up next we got Blake Willis out of Blakeshire's Motorsports, the owner. He's a former two-time Saturday Night Shootout winner and a one-time Monster Truck Outlaw champion. He's set to take on Jalen Prazek and Spider-Man. Here they come down the shape. Jalen getting all out of shape down the stretch. He's going to flip it over, and Blake Willis and Town Hauler is going to slip by him and move on into round number two. Looking down here now, you see where Jalen getting out of shape. Up next we got Savannah coming out of LT4 Trucks Must Soar in her Megalodon. And she's set to take on her boyfriend, who is also out of LT4 Trucks Must Soar, Rudy Zildjian and V8 Bomber. Down the stretch, they both look pretty even. Come to the tabletop, they made a little bit of contact, and Rudy's going to slip on across the line. Looks like he might be sleeping on the couch tonight. Up next, we got Ryan Hayward and Race Ace coming out of Steward Racing. He's set to take on his boss man, Joshua Steward, the owner of Steward Racing, in Sriracha. Here they come down the stretch. Looking like Joshua got out of shape, and Ryan did as well, but he moves on past the finish line. Moving on into round number two here. Starting off, you see Wonder Woman taking on Demo Derby. And to finish it out, we got Podium Crasher taking on Race Ace. Here we are with Regina Steward coming back in Wonder Woman. And she's set to take on a rematch with Liam Sturman in the Demo Derby. Can he get it done this time? Here they come down the stretch. Liam gets out of shape, but so does Regina. Regina pulls a nice wheelie all the way across the finish line though and tips it over on its side. She's moving into the semis. Up next we got Jason Craddock coming back in the Michigan Ice Monster. He's set to take on James Valancourt in the Hot Wheels 50. Here they come down the stretch. They both pull a little bit of a wheelie. Jason pulls a wheelie all the way across the line and barely gets there before James Valancourt does. They were both side by side all the way though. Here you see Jeffrey Skipper out of Blakeshire's Motorsports and the Podium Crasher coming back. And he's set to take on boss man Blake Willis, owner of Blakeshire Motorsports. Here they come down the stretch. Blake Willis gets out of shape, and it looks like his new member of his team is going to move on into the semis. Well, here we have Ryan Hayward coming back in the Race Ace machine. He's set to take on Rudy Zildjian and the V8 Bomber out of LT4 Trucks Must Soar. Here they come down the stretch. They look pretty even. Rudy gets down there on the tabletop and goes to the right a little bit, and I think that slowed him down and allowed Ryan Hayward to slip on by and get the win. Here we are moving into the semifinal action. We got Wonder Woman taking on Michigan Ice Monster. And to close it out, we got Podium Crasher going up against Race Ace. Here we see Regina Steward coming back in her Wonder Woman machine. She's set to take on Jason Craddock and the Michigan Ice Monster. 4 championships between the two. Wins. Here they come down the stretch. It was such a close race. Jason was right there with her all the way down the line, but Regina's going to get the win and move to the finals again. Here we come to close out semifinals. We got Ryan Hayward in the Race Ace machine. And he's set to take on the other trophy truck body, Jeffrey Skipper, in the Podium Crasher. Who's moving on to face Wonder Woman? Here they come down the stretch. Oh man, another tight race. Ryan Hayward with a save on the tabletop, but that's not going to get him the win. Jeffrey Skipper is going to front flip and get the win. Here we are in the finals with Wonder Woman set to take on Podium Crasher. Here we see Regina Steward again in her bad, fast Wonder Woman machine. She has looked fantastic in this machine this season. And this truck here has been a minute since it's been in the finals, but it's here now. Can Jeffrey Skipper get it done? Here they come down the stretch. Oh my goodness. Regina Steward had that Wonder Woman machine set on kill. Absolutely flat out outran Jeffrey Skipper in the Podium Crasher. He got out of shape anyway and flips it over down there. He gave her a run though. But congratulations to Regina Steward on your 3rd straight win in the Wonder Woman machine. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Saturday Night Shootout, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one where we close out season number 2. Thank you guys so much for the support. See you down the road.